Anders drove a minibus to the base of the municipal government building. Immediately after, he hastily put on a safety helmet and then ignited a bomb he had prepared beforehand. He calmly stepped out of the vehicle, but his actions had already been spotted by the personnel in the surveillance room. As a result, the staff immediately notified the security personnel on the scene. However, as the security team approached the vehicle, it suddenly exploded. The blast's shockwave shattered all the glass within a radius of 3 kilometers. Meanwhile, Anders had already fled the scene in a vehicle he had prepared beforehand. He quickly arrived at the docks and successfully gained the trust of the other party using his police uniform. But shortly after landing on the island, Anders' identity aroused suspicion from another staff member. The gunfire also caught the attention of students nearby. At this moment, Anders had already taken out a gun from a box, loaded it, and then strode towards the unsuspecting students. The students, still looking towards the source of the gunfire, to massacre everyone in the classroom. Anders used his police uniform to reassure the students, instructing them to stay away from the windows and lie on the ground. But in the next second, he drew his pistol and shot all the students inside. He then strode out of the classroom, while the students fled in panic to a cliff. Those who failed to escape far enough were directly shot by Anders. In the process of firing, he accidentally spotted students pretending to be dead on the ground. Without hesitation, he fired on these unarmed students. Meanwhile, a student who had nowhere to go made a phone call to his mother. His mother, a government official, was handling the explosion incident at the scene. When the phone rang, upon hearing her child's description, the woman immediately panicked and informed the police. On the other hand, to massacre everyone on the island, Anders quickly followed the students' escape route to the cliff. The students were terrified and jumped off the cliff in panic. Immediately afterwards, Anders raised his gun and began firing at them. After a barrage of indiscriminate shooting, the students were forced to flee in all directions. Once they were scattered, Anders stopped firing and continued searching the jungle for other surviving students. However, Anders was unaware that a large number of police officers had already begun to land on the island and had soon found several dozen surviving students. To the surprise of the police officers, when they discovered the suspect, Anders did not resist. Instead, he surrendered immediately, handing over his weapon and lying on the ground. After searching the entire island, the police found that 77 students had been killed by Anders, leaving a horrific scene. The police provided emergency medical aid to those severely injured. However, during the trial of Anders, the public expected him to receive the harshest punishment, but they were shocked to learn that the judge almost let this vicious man go free.